Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
And the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Nesmith and Siakam are the forwards. Haliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Thunder, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
Now here's Williams. And the three-pointer goes.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Pass to Turner. Outside Nesmith. Lets it go from deep. Fires in the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Holmgren with a screen on Haliburton. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Holmgren. He just couldn't put it together in that loss to Indiana. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Haliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
How about the vertical of Gilgeous-Alexander, a guard who can get up and throw it down.
Here's Haliburton. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Siakam, no good. The Thunder have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Williams' shot is good.
And the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Pass to Haliburton. Turner, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Really left him alone that time.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Dort outside. The rebound by Nembhard. Indiana trailing here. Haliburton outside. Pass to Nesmith. Now here's Haliburton. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. 4 on the clock. 19-footer. Off the window. It's good. Haliburton's got 5 now.
Coming into the league, scouts had some uncertainty about Haliburton's jumper, mostly because of the way it looks, a push shot out front, but he's shown he's more than capable as a shooter.
Now here's Dort, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Indiana. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
That never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Now here's Dort. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Impacting both sides of the floor. 4 steals showing the work he did defensively.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Now here's Williams. 17 points for him last game against Indiana.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Haliburton. Siakam for three. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Holmgren. Dort left side. To end the drought. Tips it, controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. New group here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Caruso, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Wallace in for Dort. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Pascal Siakam. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Nembhard. 58 seconds left now in the first quarter. McConnell passes to Toppin. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season.
They won both of their meetings last season. You love to pull that off against another powerhouse.
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too. Both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
And Indiana misses again.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Wallace's shot is good.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Haliburton with the ball. He has 7. There's the 3. Connects from downtown. Haliburton's got 10.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Indiana ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Indiana leading. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second.
And Toppin on top of the world there.
And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting just 33% so far in this game. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Wallace, right side. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Obi Toppin, and already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive, B.A. in his first year to shoot over 40% from 3. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his number one attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
First one falls for him. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And here's Haliburton. He's got 10. Shoots. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's McConnell after the basket by Oklahoma City. Pass to Haliburton. Here's the three. Wallace pulls it in.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
McConnell against Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander creative and tricky on that play.
Haliburton outside. Gets the three to fall. Haliburton's got 13.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Look at Shai playing big inside.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pacers trail by 3. Now here's Haliburton. Last game for him, he had 14. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
And Haliburton, one of those guys who's always on his toes and plays the offensive end with a ton of energy.
Caruso outside. That three's off the mark.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
To the paint. Here's Haliburton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I mean, he can do it all. Shoot, facilitate. Great skills for the young Haliburton.
Indiana shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
And Haliburton, a guy you just continue to see grow game by game, an exceptional talent and a great mind.
Indiana making a switch here. Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Siakam comes in for Walker. Nesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Haliburton. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Indiana's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. On the wing, Nembhard. Haliburton outside. Launches it. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 1:54 left in the first half of this game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so it's Haliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They trail by 1. Lets it fly. And Indiana misses again. The Thunder have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Dort outside. Launches a three. Nails it from three. And it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
And this is the area where Dort has really shown some massive improvement. Great touch from that range.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Pacers also making a change. Mathurin's checked in. Here's Siakam. No made baskets yet. 1:14 left to play in the first half of basketball. Turner, a screen on Williams. And Nesmith gets it to go.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Dort outside. Pass to Hartenstein. 6 on the shot clock. Wallace, left side. Indiana with a rebound.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Dort with a steal. And they're on the run. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hartenstein, no good. Indiana has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Mathurin against Dort with the 7-footer. No good off the glass. Outside, Williams. Oh, he just slams it right over Pascal Siakam.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan at court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle. Swerving. Now looking at this Oklahoma City game, the Thunder dealing with a thin margin.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work with the rock down low. Good things will happen, don't you know?
Ooh, you're rhyming and you didn't know. A poet.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Tyrese Haliburton has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Pacers trail by 3. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Haliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. To the middle. Yeah, not messing around inside.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Greg.
Doesn't it feel like BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness, and the sky is the limit for this guy.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Haliburton, the pass to Siakam. Turner against Holmgren. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaken out. You take a look at the Thunder. A fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
Now here's Haliburton. He's got 17. Count it. Haliburton's got 19 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Screen by Holmgren. Williams from long range. Offensive rebound. Haliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Nembhard outside. Outside Nesmith. Siakam for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. To the inside. Post stolen by Turner. Here's Nesmith. Williams defending. Nesmith passes to Haliburton. And here's Siakam for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 now. Dort outside. Now Holmgren. He's got 5. Here's Dort outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Unloads. And it falls all over the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Haliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 6-point game. Fires for 3. Oh, Haliburton, deadly from deep.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Dort outside. Williams on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. Dort outside. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Haliburton, the pass to Nembhard. Back to Haliburton. Haliburton punching in. Comes up empty down low. Thunder leading by 3. Over to the wing. Holmgren inside. He's guarded by Nembhard. They get it again. Dort for 3. He buries it from 3. So Dort's got 6 points.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He could be really effective at any position on the floor.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Holmgren, and it's Wallace in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. The baseline, Jay. And there it is for him. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the offensive versatility of Pascal Siakam, he can hit shots from a variety of spots.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Now here's Siakam. He's got 5. Top of the screen on Williams. Here's Siakam. No good from 11 feet.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Outside, Williams. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Just keep seeing more and more evidence about Jalen Williams being the total package, a swingman who scores it, rebounds, passes, and can defend.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Williams. Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
B.A., it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pacers trail by 9. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts it up from 12. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Siakam's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And after being held scoreless in the first half, he's starting to turn it on.
Wallace with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Down low. 3 seconds left. Can't get the layup. And so it's Oklahoma City closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Wallace in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
Haliburton outside. Off the mark there with a 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over McConnell. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
McConnell finds Matherin. There's a screen by Toppin. And it's Mathurin missing. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Wallace outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against McConnell. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Outside Mathurin. Walker passes to Haliburton. Takes a three. The rebound by Wiggins.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Let's go with a three. That one no good. Pacers trail by 11. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Outside Mathurin. That one's good for two.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Thunder leading by 9. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander all alone. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
McConnell passes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds now. Williams a screen on Mathurin. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Mathurin with some nice D. Haliburton outside. Three-pointer. The shot, no good.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, "It's got to come down to stops, fellas. We know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and D-up out there."
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Neesmith. Pass to Nembhard. Haliburton on the wing. No stopping Haliburton. So physical.
Defense doing their best to put Haliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana with a rebound. A minute 53 left in the game. Nembhard with it. He's against Hartenstein. And he banks in the layup. Nembhard's got his first 2 points of the night.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, so slippery in there. Gilgeous-Alexander makes great adjustments to get what he wants.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, He's a team-first guy, and he just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 9-point game here.
And the growth that Shai has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved that he's adding to his game.
Haliburton, no good.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points here in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander against Haliburton. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Nesmith. Count the basket.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams passes to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Haliburton. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 30 points.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Haliburton, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander against Haliburton. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. And we present the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.